In today's digital world, schools are still trying to figure out what role electronics like tablets, laptops, and cell phones should play in the classroom, especially for younger students. Now, Governor Ned Lamont is proposing a ban on personal electronics in Connecticut schools. So, is this the right move? Should it only apply to certain age groups? And do electronics belong in the schools at all? Let's find out. To find out, we turned to local parents. We posted in Facebook groups across towns in the Quiet Corner, asking, do electronics in school help students learn, hurt their learning, or make no difference? Across polls in Woodstock, Putnam, Old Saybrook, Killingly, and Willimantic, a majority of respondents said they believe electronics are doing more harm than good. We spoke with Sean McClarney, a father of a 3-year-old, about his concerns.
I think they're a terrible distraction in schools for learning, and I think even at home or in private space, they're too toxic to be developmentally useful. I believe there definitely should be a restriction on age for electronics, but I'm not smart enough to tell you what that age is. For my son, I will probably make it somewhere around 12 or 13, but I'll play it by ear.
Research supports some of these concerns. One study found that phones can interfere with learning, increase discipline issues, and impact students' mental health. But it also shows that when parents stay involved, especially through co-viewing, some of those negative effects can be reduced. We also sat down with Vince Edwards, a local clinical social worker with more than 25 years of experience working with children in both schools and private practice.
I would love to see schools have some workable plan around limiting students with their cell phones. They don't really need cell phones in the school setting. When it comes to devices like laptops and tablets, I think those are very, very useful in this day and age, not just for the research purposes, but I mean, even helping kids learn how to type. I mean, there's a lot of benefit to having an electronic device that is school issued and school monitored. But I think it comes at a great risk because you're sort of rewiring the kid's brain to sort of be to use technology in a way that is probably biologically not how they were developed to incorporate or assimilate information. So I think I think if they can find a way to sort of have some balance around that, that'd be great. But I don't know that there's a lot of oversight or really, clear understanding for schools around how to navigate some of that.
Vince says while a full ban may be difficult to enforce, electronics can still have value in the classroom when used the right way. And some research backs that up. One study found that allowing phones in class can actually enhance lessons, creating new learning opportunities. Another found that certain educational technology tools can even improve elementary students' reading skills. We also spoke with Alina Wilson, a mother of 2 young boys, to hear her perspective.
I don't think it's a bad idea to have kids leave their personal electronics maybe in their locker room or at home because I feel like they're often distracting and they can ruin the school process. Do I feel that they need to get rid of electronics while in classrooms? No, I think it's like a 50-50. It's a good balance. I just would like to see that it doesn't take up their whole classroom experience. I think it depends on each parent individually, how they feel their kids should be introduced to electronics. I personally have 2 children. Both of them have been using devices. I think it's a balance of how you monitor and how much screen time you allow.
While opinions vary, many parents agree on one thing: electronics aren't going away. The challenge is finding the right balance between using them as tools and limiting their distractions.
So, having some, really sort of strategic and deliberate efforts around having kids interact with technology at younger grades and maybe expanding that, up to a point, even through 12th grade, is fine. But in the end, you still need, to crack open a book, be able to read and do some typing and not have it only be through, a screen.
As schools and lawmakers continue to debate this issue, one thing is clear: there is no simple answer. While electronics can support learning, many say setting boundaries may be the key to making them work in the classroom. So maybe Lamont has the right idea. I'm Allie Biondo, back to you at the studio.